Have you ever wanted to boldly struggle against all the stupid people under your command to somehow miraculously manage to beat a mission with people that don't understand what you're trying to do because they're playing on the PlayStation?
You know, that sounds kind of terrible to me, to be honest.
It's really not that bad. So, this is Star Trek Bridge Crew, and you can play it cross-platform. You can play it with Oculus, you can play it with PlayStation, and you can play it on the Vive. What's not to like there? Everybody can play together. I actually wound up several times in rooms completely full of PlayStation people, so I guess maybe that one's selling much better than the others, maybe because there's so much less of a need for having a complex system and everything behind it.
Yeah, you don't have to do any tracked controllers or anything like that.
Hey guys, this is Crypto Spook.
This is Moriarty, and I am actually a really big Trekkie. I love Star Trek. And I was very excited when this came out, except that then I saw publisher Ubisoft, and that immediately turned me off because I've played Ubisoft before.
Yeah, and that does make sense. So there are many ways that you can play this game. You can play it by yourself with AIs in the different positions. You can play in any of the positions you want. Basically, there is a set amount of missions that you do, and you have to go through, and you can either be the captain, you can run engineering, you can be the tactical control officer, or you can be the helm. And each one has many different things you have to do. As the captain, your job is just kind of to drive everybody else and to make decisions based on what you should and should not do. That can be very difficult because the game moves incredibly fast. It is very simply exactly like being on board a ship and being the officer of the deck. You have to make a lot of decisions, decide where you're going, and everything is going at the same time. You have to manage all these people.
Unlike being in the military, you're playing with PlayStation users who may just want to troll you.
And that is entirely possible. As soon as we loaded into the first mission, we had our tactical officer decide to shoot a Federation space station, which promptly started unloading on us.
So that can happen, and that just kind of sucks. There's nothing you can do about that. It's one of the reasons why super cooperative games like this tend to kind of have some serious negatives.
So this is entirely a cooperative-based game, and there's quite a few different ways you can issue orders. You can either, if you're playing with people, you can just say, hey, Helm, bring us to 330, bring us up to maximum speed. There's a very complex integrated tutorial in the game, which you are not required to play, but you're pretty much required to play it if you don't know much about how this stuff is supposed to work.
So what you're saying is they should make it required.
They should make it required, because if not, you're going to have no idea how to play the game, you know?
Yeah, perhaps they should have a MMR system, something like that, where completing missions puts you with other players who have completed missions. That way you're playing more likely with people who aren't going to troll you, and they're going to know what they're doing. Especially if they plan on expanding this later.
I think that there's already probably at least 10 missions, so you can play a lot. And if you get a good crew of people, you can host your own private game, really just have a good time playing with people you like.
And you know what, that's the thing. I'm sure that is a lot of fun, because there's 5 positions, right?
Four positions.
So if you could have a group of 4 people who are willing to jump into a game and play together, that sounds like it would be a lot of fun.
But at the price of $40, that's a harsh price to jump into.
Yeah, at the price of $50, plus you have to use Uplay. Like, let's never forget that you have to engage in installing a virus on your computer in order to play this game.
So I will say that it is Uplay, but Uplay did not once show itself. The only thing I saw was an icon at the bottom for Uplay that briefly popped up while it was launching the game. So Uplay is doing a better job of hiding itself as a virus. They're no more requiring me to log in or anything. It was just like, shh, I'm gonna go ahead and launch this game. Don't worry about it. And I got into the game without having to interface with Uplay whatsoever. So good on them.
That's fantastic. Like, if you install Uplay, if it were to just delete itself, it would be the most effective piece of software ever. Which is not a good DRM. Why do you want DRM on top of DRM if you're not even going to change? Nothing. Anyways, this reminds me a little bit of the VR game that they've already put out, Werewolves Within. People are sitting down. It's clearly designed to be Oculus, PSVR, and Vive, so there's nothing that requires you to stand or move or teleport or transport in any way. You sit where you are, you use a lot of voice chat, and you kind of look around.
So Werewolves Within, is that the one where there was like all the town people in the houses in kind of like a circle, and you have to figure out who's who? I didn't even know that was VR.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So that's like you can play with VR or non-VR players?
No, it's trash. It's a totally trash game, and we called it trash. And that's how come Ubisoft doesn't send us games anymore.
Ah, yes, that's right.
So this feels similar to that to me, because again, you're sitting down, you're not moving, you're using voice chat, and you're engaging with some couple of things in front of you. It's a little bit more fleshed out, but it really does kind of feel like Werewolves Within is this game again. Like they took that and they put that here. So it doesn't feel like it's a huge step up for me. It looks neat, and I'm sure it's a lot of fun with friends.
Now, I thought that this was a very good representation of what naval-style engagements are like in actuality. From the perspective of the people on the bridge, because they're not really doing much, they're just telling other people to do things.
I suppose, but there's no exploding consoles, so...
Oh, there are. There are once you get into combat.
Wait, so like... non-player characters will explode in...
Oh yeah. Everything on the bridge will start blowing up.
But not player characters.
I don't think they'll kill off your tactical or engineer or anything, because if you don't have that person, then you can't really play.
But what they will do is kill off some of the NPCs. Alright, well, you know what? That's fine. The consoles need to explode. This is based off of the original series.
This is based off of the original series, and you are not on an Enterprise type ship. You're on what's called the U.S.S. Aegis.
Yeah, it's still a
1701 series.
No, that's not what that was. The number that wasn't the seven. It wasn't 1701 series. It was called like an Intrepid or something. I don't remember. I'm thinking this is actually based off of the time period of the new series with Chris Pine.
Hey, it very, very may well be.
It looks interesting. I don't know. I have a problem paying $50 to Ubisoft for anything anymore, because they've burnt me so many times with so many games, and I can feel the Assassin's Creediness here of it being Werewolves Within again.
I don't know. I haven't had to, climb my ship up a tower and jump off into the hay.
No, but I'm telling you that because of the way Ubisoft works, the next VR game they put out is going to be the same thing. You're going to sit down, you're not going to move, and you're going to interact with stuff in front of you. Because that's what they do. They suck the life out of any game they produce.
Well, they did try to make that game where you were a bird and you needed a $7,000 table to play it.
Yeah, exactly. So, they don't get gamers, and they try to produce what they can. And, I understand. You got to produce stuff, make money, I get that. But, man... I just don't know that I can trust Ubisoft with my $50. If this game comes on sale, it gets put into a bundle or something like that, buy it up, because it looks like it's fun. If you have friends and you can get a good deal on it, and you're only paying $10 for the game, because, it's Ubisoft. They're going to produce Bridge Crew 14 by next year, so, don't worry about it. This will be on sale. When it is, yeah, that sounds great. That sounds like a lot of fun. In that case, absolutely, I would pick it up. But right now, $50? Man, I don't know.
It'll be like Star Trek Deep Space Nine Bridge Crew. You're not moving.
The bridge crew of a space station. Yeah, that sounds really boring.
It's like, that would also very, very accurately emulate being in the military, specifically the Navy, because you still stand watches on your ship when you're in port.
That was such a bad show. It was better than Voyager, at least, but not my favorite.
Okay, guys, so that was Star Trek Bridge Crew. I think it's a very immersive game and quite a lot of fun. Maybe not necessarily worth the asking price, but given that it's Ubisoft, you're going to see this on sale in the summer sale.
Oh my god, yeah, it'll be on sale. It'll be sale. They're going to try and push the crap out of this. Let us know down below what you think. Do you trust Ubisoft with your money? If you do, man, I've got a bridge to sell you. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the Patreon. We've always got contests going on. Don't forget to like. Please like. We really could use you to turn that thumb blue. I made it rhyme. And as always,
we'll see you on the next one.